Hello everyone there. Welcome to another live session here on Facebook and YouTube with All to New. Hi Tracy, already shared. Thank you. So, hi Lynn, how is everyone? Just pop in, say hello. I'd love to see who's following me today while I craft away with some lovely All to New products. And once again, don't forget to share while this is live because we will be picking a lucky winner at the end of this show. Hi, Sue. Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here today. It's been a very, very busy day. As you know, I'm a teacher and we start back on Monday, so it's been a bit hectic. So I'm really happy to be crafting. This is my little me time. I can calm down and unwind from this busy, busy day. Hi, Nancy from sunny San Francisco. We've had lovely weather, but we've been having thunderstorms today. Quite scary, but I think it's calmed down now. So, hi, Cece. Hi, everyone. Hi, Lori. Thank you for sharing, everyone. So today we're going to be crafting with some pretty flowers. We're still in summer, so I'm still going to go summery. And it's Angel behind the All to New badge who will be helping me pop in all the links to the products we're going to be using. Hi there, Ruthie. So I haven't been crafting as much. It's been a little bit difficult the last couple of months, but I did get the last Craft Your Life project kit, which was the Sweet Buttercups. So this was the August kit. You can't buy this one anymore, but you can sign up for the next Craft Your Life, and they're all very similar. They come with a stamp set, an embossing folder, some dies, and also a coloring set. So I'm going to switch screens and show you everything. If you have another set in your stash which is similar, which has got some flowers, that would be perfect. But I will just switch my screen so I can show you. There we go. So let's just pop up some more light here. So this is the lovely set I'll be using. Oh, come on. There we go. So you've got this lovely outline stamp set in there, which is great because you can use the outline, you can use your artist markers, you can use your coloring pencils, you can use watercolors, whatever you want. Then here, you've got the Sweet Buttercups embossing folder. You could use this folder as a background folder, but as you can see, it's a bit difficult to see. I'm trying not to make it too shiny, but as you can see here, the flowers are all separate, as are the leaves, which means you can emboss, color, and then cut out with a coordinating die set. So you could use the dies with the stamp set. You could use the stamp set alone. You can use the dies with the embossing folder. You could even use the stamps on the embossing folder, then color and then die cuts to have some texture to your stamped images. And then if you want to just use the embossing folder, which I'm going to do today, you can use the coordinating stencils. So here you get 5 stencils, which will enable you to color in your leaves and your flowers from the embossing set. Thank you for sharing, Sue. Hi there, Lorraine. So there we go. I'm going to use that today, or we're going to make a nice card with it as well. I know, Serena, they are wonderful. I think if I would have to like subscribe to something, I would do the Craft Your Life because you've got the whole package and then I will get nothing else. So maybe from time to time, maybe like some new inks or maybe some new watercolors. But this, I love this so much because there are so many options. And I really like the idea of using the dies with the embossing folder. So let's get started. I've already got some paper here. So I've got some scrap of paper. I've got already some paper which is card size. So I'm just going to put that to the side. And these are just to stamp out and cut out. It's the end of the day. So these are just like scrap pieces I've used on previous projects, but that I can still use to stamp and then cut the images out. There we go. So I'm going to pop those to one side. So first things first, I'm going to emboss a couple of images here. So I'm going to use my little scraps because, yeah. Or maybe I should just use a larger, oh no, I'm going to use my scraps. So I'm going to just do this several times so that I can get several images. And I don't mind that I don't get all of them because I can still cut those out and tuck them under or use them a little bit differently. So I'm just going to I really want to use up my little scraps. So there we go. Otherwise, I just keep cutting paper and then I don't use up the little leftovers. So I'm going to pull out my little machine. Just remove one plate because I only need one plate. I'm just going to maybe turn it around because I am right-handed. Be a little bit easier. Yes, I know. The addition of the embossing folder is a great. Hi, Xiomara. There we go. So let's just kind of push this through. So here you can see, I'm going to try and hold it up so that you can see it a little nicely. You've got that nicely embossed image of the florals. You could even use this just as a background. I think it is really, really pretty. I know, Vicky, we do have a lot of good options for subscriptions. So let's do the bigger flower here on the other side. There we go. What I like about using an embossing folder and then coloring it in kind of takes the guesswork away of where you're going to have to line up your stamps and everything. So if you're like feeling tired or your fingers are a little sore. Oh, yes, please click the thumbs up. What weight paper am I using? I am using the Altenew Solar White paper. Solar white paper. Maybe Angel can look up and get the weight of that. I'm not really sure how much it weighs, but it's really a thick, sturdy paper. Okay, I'm going to do one more just to have like an array of florals and leaves. Yeah, let's push that through. Oh, okay, it's ATLB. So there you have it. I think it's my go-to when I'm crafting here. It's the one Altenew sent me, and I really love that one. It's nice and thick and sturdy. You can see it holds up really, really well. I also use my watercolor paper, or the Altenew watercolor paper. But when I'm using watercolor paper, I have noticed it's a little bit more fragile because it's watercolor paper and it's made differently. So what I do before embossing, I would take a little, the Altenew little spray mister over here. And I would just spray the paper ever so lightly, and then emboss the image, and that way it doesn't break. So if you do experience your paper breaking, I would just give it a light spritz of water, emboss, and then just leave it to dry before you start working with any colors on it. So there we go. So that's all done. And now I'm going to start coloring. I'm going to use my stamp wheel to color. It's a bit dirty. Let's just see if I can give it a little bit of a clean. Okay, I'm just going to spray it a little bit of water just to take that ink off. Just leave that to dry, and then it'll be nice and sticky again as well. There we go. I know, Sue. Isn't it great? Something so simple like just misting your paper will like make all the difference. So there we go. So now it's nice and sticky. So if the sticky mat doesn't stick enough, you can just like clean it and then leave it to dry, and then it will be nice and sticky again. So I'm going to start coloring in my different images. I might just zoom you up just a little bit. Let's just see. Oh, that went quickly. There we go. And we're going to take out our little stencils. So if you haven't used stencils like these before, when we've got layering stencils, they are numbered. So this is number 5. These are for the leaves. And this is number 3. So this is for the center of our florals. And here we have number 2 and number 1. So these are the florals. And they will like color in several florals. So I'm just going to pop that down a little bit. So just see. Yeah, that's going to work. So here you can see this is my first floral up above, and it won't color in the whole floral. It will just color in part of it. So, okay, I'm going to just move this a little bit. I might just pop it out of the, I'm just going to pop it out of the stamp wheel. That way I can just use it on my mat. It will be a lot easier. There we go. Stick. Okay. There we go. Up. And now all we have to do is line this up. Is this the correct one? Oh, it wasn't the, it is the correct one. So now all I have to do is kind of line this up nicely. Come on. Okay. Just going to press it down so that the stencil sticks to the mat as well. Okay. Let's just move this up a teeny tiny bit. Okay, like so. So I'm going to pull out my colors. I don't know what color flowers you would like. I always like you choosing the colors. So this is my little wood plateau. Okay, I don't have a cheese plate. I have an ink plate. So for my flowers, I usually go for pinks, but I could go with something a little bit different. Do you like the oranges or maybe these kind of peachy tone, like peachy tones over here? Could combine them, maybe with some yellow. I don't know what you would like to see for colored flowers. If you want me to make blue flowers, I could go for blue flowers. There we go. Yellow is good. Do you want yellow flowers? Okay, but I don't have a lot of yellow in. So we're going to go, I think I might use the, do I have just yellow? Because I don't have the small pocket full of sunshine. It's small. Let's just see if I've got them here. Full of sunshine. It's been a long time since I've done yellow flowers. So pink. Oh yeah, I'm going to do that. Pink, orange, and yellow. Okay. So we've already got a yellow here. That way I can just use my minis, and I don't need to use my large ones. I like using minis. I'm going to go with pink, orange, and yellow. That way everyone is happy. So we've got a nice yellow here. So that's warm sunshine. I'll already pull out my little blending tool for that one and take maybe a larger one as well. And then the orange, which nice, I think Snapdragon would look really nice. So I'm going to pop that one out as well. So I can use the same ink blender for that. And then a nice pink. Okay, let's just go with fuchsia. That might, well, yeah, let's go with fuchsia. Okay, let's just use, I'll use this one. Up, there we go. And maybe a larger one as well. And then we need some greens. So I don't know on which platform you're on, but you can share, you can just click the share button on Facebook and share it however you want. You can also share it by email or share a link. You can just you share, and then you can tell us that you've shared. Usually we see it. So there we go. And some greens. Oh, I think I'm going to go with some softer greens. So I'm going to use the Limeade, Lime, and Fresh Leaf, which I've got here. There we go. Okay, so we've got that out. I like the minis because I've got my little tray and then I have to put everything away and it's quick. So I've got my first, I'm going to use my first. So I'm going to kind of combine different colors. This is like, it's not a layering stencil in the sense that you layer them on top. You just create, they are layering because you layer the different parts of your flower. So if you want to create a flower with like a more of a pink center and going out with some orange and yellow, you're going to have to add the color yourself. So we'll just do it several times when we add our floral images. So I'm going to start, I'm going to just go in with the yellow first, like so. So usually I won't go directly onto the paper. I will start just dabbing it a little bit on the side so that the color, it's not too harsh. And then I can start blending it out. And I want a bit of yellow all over my image. And then I'll blend in maybe some orange and some of that lovely pink as well. Okay. Oh, there you go, Shauna. You found out how to do it. So I've got a little petal here beneath, so I'm going to do the same thing. And here, I might just do it up here because this is kind of a, let me just see on here. This is kind of a flower that's opening. So I'm not going to do this section which is beneath. I'll use a darker shade for that. Okay, so that's done. I don't know why I use my pink blending tool for that. Silly me. I'll just give that a clean. Okay, I'm going to add just a touch of orange. There we go. And if you're a beginner, I think using these stencils is great because you can, the effect is, it's amazing. And I'm already using the pink for the, silly me. Okay, let's go in with some pink. So I'm going to add some of that pink just to the bottom here, like so. Oh, I really like it. It's like a sunset. It's a pretty sunset. Oh, sorry about that. That's my phone telling me that I have to get ready to go to bed. Okay. There we go. And when you look at it like this, it doesn't look like much. But once everything is done, it comes together really, really, really nicely. There we go. So I've done those. Ooh, they look nice. You can already see how lovely those petals look. Ooh, they're so pretty. So next step. Here we've got the next stencil, and we're just going to do our next little petals. We're just going to place our stencil so that everything is lined up nicely. Like so, and just give it a good push, and everything will stick to that sticky mat. And once again, we're going to start with our little warm sunshine. Oh, hi, Sarah. So Fuerteventura, that's like near Tenerife and everything, isn't it? I visited Tenerife many years ago, but never Fuerteventura. There we go. Let's just continue with the others as well. Kind of forgot those. It's such fun to see a lot of familiar names on here. It's always amazing. There we go. So we've got our yellow down. I'm going to do a little bit of orange. Putting a bit of orange in it. Oh, that's a lot of orange. It's not orange, it's Snapdragon. Okay. I think you could already create a really beautiful kind of color shade just using the Warm Sunshine and the Snapdragon. It's like a weekly get-together. There we go. Let me see. There I went a little bit too quickly, and so the color's a bit harsh, so I'm going to kind of blend that out. It's not really pink anymore. It becomes like more of a lovely reddish tone. And let's just pull it away. Yeah, I think we're all over the world here. We've got a little bit of everything. And there we go. We're going to put our last. So the last one, just to add like the finishing touch to this flower, already has some leaves on there. So we'll be able to do some leaves, which means you're working pretty quickly to do like 3 leaves and a couple of flowers, which I think is great. So we're going to go with some green, and I forgot to pull out my green little blender. I'll just come out there. These are my favorites. I will use like these for, oh no, that's not green. I pulled out a purple. There's the green. I will use these, but I do like to use the smaller ones. There we go. So I'm going to start with Limeade and just see how that looks. Like so. Oh, that's nice. That's nice and a fresh color. Okay, that's really pretty. And then we'll finish our little petal of there. Ah, there we go. We've got Ireland. So we've got Belgium here, Ireland, Fuerteventura, which is Spain, Sweden, a little bit of everything. US. And I'm South African by heart, so I'll just add South Africa to the list as well. So I've gone in with some Limeade, and I'm going to go in with maybe a little bit of fresh leaf, just to add a little bit of shading here as well. Let's just go like that. Just around the edges. You won't get as much detail maybe as if you were watercoloring or coloring with pencils. You can always add, you can blend your colors in and then just add some details with your coloring pencils or maybe with an artist marker. Or if you're a bit quick crafter like I, you just keep it very simple. Okay. Okay, I haven't forgotten my little petal there. And then we have to do the centers of the flowers. That's the most difficult thing for me. I never know which color to do them. So I'm going to have to think about that a little bit. Maybe I'll just go with a lighter shade of yellow. Ooh, that's a green. We don't want a green. We want an orange. So just adding a tad, a little bit of orange. And these stencils, hi Sharon, are very, very easy to clean because you just pop them in a little bit of soapy water. Or if you just have a microfiber cloth, which is slightly wet, you just clean everything off. And there you have it. The pinky reddy shades may stain a little bit, but that's perfectly normal. You can still use them afterwards. There we go. I'm going to add a little bit of that fuchsia. There we go. Ooh, look at that. So pretty. So pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, let's just pop that to one side as well. And now I have my little centers. So this is going to be the tricky part because I never know what color to do them. Maybe you can help me a little bit. So I think I might just go with a lighter shade of yellow, or maybe a lighter shade of that from that. So I've got chamomile. Chamomile might be good. So let's just give this a little clean. Honey mustard color. Oh yeah, maybe like, oh, do I have that in my mini inks? Oh, maybe a sun-kissed. It might be a little dark. Got chamomile. I think I'm going to do a little test, or maybe some paper, just to see how it looks. Always a good idea. Let's see if I've got a little bit of a piece of scrap paper lying around somewhere. I did have some. Maybe some printing paper. Ah, there we go. I can use this. I'm just going to do a little test just to see how it looks. So this is chamomile. And this is sun-kissed. Not quite sure. The sun-kissed does look quite nice, but it might be, I don't want it to be too dark. I've also got Sunray. Let's try Sunray. Oh, that's big. Give this a little clean. Okay, that's clean. I'm going to start with Sunray because that's a nice brightish yellow. And then I might add a little bit of like some accents to it. There we go. So let's go with Sunray. There we go. There we go. Like that looks pretty, but I do need to add a little bit of something, an accent to it. So I might go in with I'm gonna try something. Don't know how this is gonna work out. Maybe I might mess it up, but I'm gonna give it just a teeny tiny try and just see how it works. Okay, I've got a little bit of mangrove root, which is pretty dark. I just tested there. I'm just going to kind of tap it off and just kind of, I just want to give it kind of a grayish tint a little bit. So it's very slight. And I'm just going over it more in the center, just to kind of give it a bit of definition. Like it were maybe some just shadowing. I'm just tapping it off so that it's not too dark. I think I quite like that. It kind of sets it off a little bit. Just a little bit of something different there. There we go. So there I've got those done. I think I might have missed a stem. Little stem somewhere. No stem. Which is weird. Just try and give this a stem. Okay, so I still have to finish my leaves because they're only half done. So I'm going to take the last stencil. Oh, but here is the stem. There we go. Silly me. So I'm just going to line those up and finish off my little leaves. And then we can color in the other one and then create our card. There we go. So for the green, we're going to start with the limeade, which is the lightest color. And you can just go all over the leaf. There we go. So this is such a pretty color, limeade. And then I'm going to go in with some fresh leaf. Just for a little bit of detail. Don't know where you are. Has school started back again? Because we start back on Monday. I start back on Monday. And a couple of students who have got like summer work. And then everyone else starts back on Tuesday. And my youngest son is now coming to my school. And he said, Mom, I don't want to be in your class. So I had to make sure he wasn't in my class. And it's funny because my older boys, they didn't mind me like being at school. And they would go, hey, that's my mom. Hi, Mom. And they would come and visit me in the classroom. And the youngest says, don't speak to me. So I can't speak to him. I'll probably have to drop him off like in a spot where no one sees it. Oh, yeah, probably. I think in maybe in America, a lot of schools have started back up. I'm just going to add that little stem over there. I would like a couple more flowers. I think 3, these leaves would be enough, but I'm going to make a couple more. We've got a little bit of time. I really like the large. So we haven't got this flower yet, so we're going to do these. So this is the other side of the stencil. It's going to be pretty as well. So let's start with our stenciling again. So, okay. Just before using it, I'm going to give it a quick wipe clean so that when I stencil with the yellow, the pink doesn't interfere. So I'm just going to give this a quick clean. There we go. Let's just clean the, that can stay that well. I'm just going to clean this one as well a bit. And just give this one a little bit of a Thank you, Sue. There we go. So let's get started. Okay. So I'm not going to color this one in. I'm going to focus on these 2 flowers because these are the 2 flowers I haven't. I don't know what grade would it be. So I teach 14 and 15-year-olds. I don't remember what. In here we say year 3 because they're in 3rd year of secondary school and there are 6 years. So I don't know what would that be in America. Maybe we've got maybe some experts out there or parents who could tell me. I've got teenagers. They're like broody. Yes, probably 9th grade. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I teach. 9th and 10th then. So I've also got 16-year-olds. And they all speak French and then they learn English and I teach English. There we go. So let's start again with our yellow. So the fun thing is, once you've used the stencil once, you get the hang of it. So we're starting quite early because we've got a new like holiday system. Before we had 9 weeks, so we would stop at the end of June and start at the beginning of September, like September 1st. But now, okay, I just want to check something out. Okay. We finish at the end of the first week of July, and we start the last Monday of August. So instead of having 9 weeks, we've got 7 weeks, but we have like 6 or 7 weeks school and then 2 weeks vacation. 6 weeks. So we've always got 6 or 7 2 weeks, 6 or 7 2 weeks vacation until the next summer. So a month, Tracy. Like that's half of the summer. But you probably end something like, you probably start like around in May. So, and it's funny because I used to live in Luxembourg, which is just around the corner here. I mean, it's like 20 minutes drive. And they start back the 15th of September. So that's like even later. Yep, I teach in high school. There we go. So here you can see our little flowers coming together. Oh, Kathy, I would so do that as well. Like when my kids are working or lunch period, go and have like, ooh, there's a Facebook Live. Let's just sneak off a little bit. Something I would so do. Ooh, that one's going to be dark. But that's nice because all your flowers will be a little bit different. So they're all kind of the same color shades, but they're all a little bit different, which means it's like walking into a garden and all the flowers are similar, but still very, very different. So we've got those all done. Oh, let's just pull them away. Oh, look how pretty they are. I just love them. They're so pretty. So let's go on to these. There you go. I love this mat. So easy. You don't need to use any tape anymore. Oh, and I used my... Oh, I'm so bad at this. I used my yellow again for the pink. So let's just go back in with our warm sunshine. I think I might need to use a re-inker because my warm sunshine, I use it a lot. And it's a bit... dry. There we go. A little bit of orange. There we go. And then pink. Now let's take the pink blender. Be a little bit careful here with this one because the petals are a lot smaller, so I don't want to have it too pink. Oh, I forgot. My little one up here. I probably won't use it, but you never know. There we go. Let's put it off. Oh, so pretty. There we go. Next. This one is the next one. finish off our little flowers and start working. I'll just do this leaf in the middle. There we go, a little bit of lime, and then just to finish it off, a little bit of fresh leaf. I know the colors do work really nicely together. And let's just finish off our little petals here. So here we've got a bit of yellow. So this is Warm Sunshine, Snapdragon. A little bit. Let's go like that. And then a little bit of, there we go. See? Yep. Just a teeny tiny bit of that fuchsia at the bottom. Oh, look at that. It's so pretty. And now we're going to do our little centers. There we go. See how easy these are to make. There. Stick. And I use, what did I use again? Oh, over here. I used some Sunray. I'm just going to give this a little bit of clean. There we go. And a little bit of mangrove root. There we go. Perfect. And I've got my mangrove root. Where is my blending tool for the mangrove root? Oh, there it is. So once again, and I might just pop my scrap piece of paper here. There we go. We're going to lightly dab it on, then just dab. I don't want too much on. And then I'm going to really go over it. I'm not going to press down too hard like I would usually, just ever so slightly. And it kind of, I don't know if you, I'll hold it up afterwards to the screen, but it kind of creates a little bit of a shadow. Like that. Which I think is just perfect for the centers. Thank you for sharing. There we go. Look at that. Oh, I forgot to do my leaf there. Okay, let's just finish the leaf. Where's the other leaf section? No, it's not that one. It's over here. All right, quickly finish my leaf. There we go. Lime. And fresh leaf. Oh, I just go, I don't really have a way. I just blend it in. The more you do it, the more you think about it, or at least me, the more I think about it, the more I mess up. So I kind of don't think about it. I kind of go with what looks good. And I swear, the more I think about things, the more I kind of mess them up. So usually I tend to just go with the flow. So I've got everything. Okay, I'm going to put this on my stamp wheel because I'm the kind of person who's going to put this somewhere, and because it's see-through, I'll kind of lose it. So I'm going to put it back in the stamp wheel like so. That way I don't lose it. And I'm going to close it, otherwise all the dust is going to accumulate on it. So there we go. And now I can put it away. There we go. So I've got my different elements. I'm just going to put my stencils to one side. I'll clean those afterwards. And I'm going to cut them out now with my die cut machine and the coordinating dies. So, okay, that's for the bin. That's the packaging. And here we've got our dies. Now the really fun thing about these dies is they're all stuck together. So you only have to cut once, which is such a good thing. So this one you won't be able to use with your mini embossing tool from old to new. You will need a medium-sized die cutting machine. See, all in one piece. There we go. Because I have like smaller pieces, I'm going to have to cut it 2 times, but still, look at that. Once. I'm going to cut once, and I'm going to have all my little pieces. So good. I'm just going to pop a little bit of tape so that it doesn't move around. And then I can see the machine is so big, it doesn't fit on the screen. Let's just zoom out because I did zoom in a bit. There we go. Pop in the middle. There we go. And let's cut. Thank you, Tracy. And now I've got all my pretty little flowers. There we go. Up. 1, 2, 3. And a little teeny tiny leaf, which I can tuck under something. Up, number 2. I know, Sue. Oh yeah, I know the dancing poppies are like that as well. I know, it's terrific. You just cut it once and you've got every little piece. I don't mind doing it, but if I can just like speed everything up, it makes life so much easier and you can craft so much more. Especially as a scrapbooker, I do need lots and lots and lots of pieces, a lot more than if you would just have one card. Here I am just making a card, but if you're making like a scrapbook page or a layout, you need a lot more elements. So if you have to cut out like 10 flowers or like 3 flowers and I don't know how many leaves, you're busy for a very, very long time. So having like just one die is amazing. There we go. Look at all those little flowers together. Up, that's for the bin as well. Just keep that one up. And let's just pop this onto my little trolley. There we go. And we're going to create a little card. There we go. So you could keep your background just simple like I have. If you wanted to, you could add some color beneath it. There we go. You could like use a stencil with a circle and do something like that, but I'm just going to keep it very, very simple and just layer my little images a little bit. Let's just see how this goes. I'm having a play around with the floral elements. See, they just fill the whole card. Oh, me too. I do hope they'll do a little bit more. Okay, I think I like that. That looks pretty. See, I filled my whole card. I'm going to just... Ooh, yes, that one has one too. I'm going to take a little bit of foam tape so that I can tape everything down. Just get out some scissors so it can look at. That's like summer. Some on a card. So I don't have the sticky clingy thing. So what I usually do is I just pick a couple of up and pop it onto, that way I have everything on there. See, that's my first element. There we go. I'm going to do the next. So this one I can pop on afterwards. I'm going to just take these two and pop them on like that. That's my second little element. And then I've got those up there. I'm kind of place them already a bit like this. Yeah. Stop sticking. Okay, there we go. Let's start. Yeah, I don't have the press and steel stuff. So I just go like pick up and press. Yeah, I should have. Yeah, I went too quickly. Let's just fix this. Okay. Here is the next one. Okay. There we go. Now I just need a little bit of tape for that. And I do love it when things kind of flow over the edges a bit. So I'm just going to cut this down a bit because I've got a little bit of tape sticking out. There we go. And I still have my little leftover piece here. I don't know if I'm going to tuck it in there somewhere as well or not, or I might just leave it as it is. I think that's enough. And all we have to do now is add maybe a sentiment just to finish everything off. On this set, I've got some lovely, lovely sentiments. Follow your dreams. Everything will be okay. I think I'm going to go with everything will be okay. There we go. I'm just going to use this little acrylic block. I am going to give it a quick little rub down. There we go. And my Ultra New black pigment, exceptionally crisp pigment ink, Obsidian. No, there aren't any coordinating dies for the sentiments. Boo-hoo. There we go. You can cut them out yourself, or you can just go with like what I do. I just use my scissors and create a funky triangle. There we go. Very good. Press. Voila. A little clean. And then, okay, I'll try and do it the proper way and just cut it down nicely. There we go. Up. Usually I just take my scissors and cut around and try and aim for a rectangle. And I always add a little doodled border. Like I always do like a squiggly line 2 or 3 times. One squiggly line looks like nothing. 2 or 3 looks like something. There we go. And a little bit more foam tape because I like dimension. And I think I'm going to put it like, okay, let's just put it over there. Oops, nice. And then I have some enamel dots. The fruity color enamel dots. Let's just add a couple of those. I like the green works nicely with that. So I'm going to go with this little green, which is on there. I'm just going to add a couple of little dotty dots in there. And a little tiny one here beneath. Anyway, I always go for 3. And there we go. That's our little card today. Created with the Sweet Buttercups outline stamp set. And what's fun with this is you can go any color combination. I'm definitely going to try this with some like bluey purples and that same green. I think that would look lovely. I might go with some nice reds, like a red, a pink, a red and a yellow. I think you can use any kind of colors. There we go. So there we have it. That was today's little crafting session featuring our Sweet Buttercup set. And I'm just going to pop you back up like this. I'm really warm underneath all of my spotlights here. I just wanted to show you the card like this. So there you have the lovely little card. So thank you everyone for watching this little live session with me. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to see more lovely sessions, keep your eyes open because you will see all the dates popping up on the screen. On Instagram, we also post when we have all our different posting dates. And there we go. And if you would like to see a certain product, don't hesitate to send us a little message. You can even PM me if you want to. So there we go. Huge shout out to Angel for being there behind the scenes and popping in all the links and all the products. Thank you so much. And that was that. Thank you for joining me. I wish you a lovely day, evening, wherever you are, all over the world. Stay safe and have a great weekend very soon because we still have Friday, but then it's the weekend. So there you go. Have a wonderful day and evening. Bye-bye, everyone.